Stop blaming everybody else for your mistakes, because you know what? Most of the times you are the problem. Whether it's in business, whether it's fitness, whether it's personal finances, whether it's love, friendship, usually the common denominator is you. Stop being too nice and then blaming everybody else because they took advantage of you. Because if those people took advantage of you, it's because you let them take that advantage. Hey guys, welcome to The Way Up. Thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time on this YouTube channel, hey, welcome. Feel free to subscribe, join the family. And if you've been watching me, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. And I hope that today's video will help somebody out there, like really, because we really need to change this. We really need to talk today because it's almost the end of the year and we cannot get into 2023 doing the same mistakes. This needs to stop. This stops today. It's time to take accountability for your mistakes. Whether it's failing in a business, whether you started a business and the business failed, what about not blaming everybody else, not blaming everything else, and just thinking about you? Think about the mistakes that you probably made doing your business. Look back on those mistakes and try to be better. Look in the mirror. I'm going to need you to get up right now. Yeah, get up right now and then look at yourself in a mirror, because that person you're seeing is the problem. That person you are seeing is going to be the solution to all your problems, but that person can also be the issue. And don't get me wrong, everybody makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But own it though. Own those mistakes and learn from those mistakes to be better. So what? You've been working out a little bit and you're crying, whining about the fact that you can't lose weight, about the fact that you've been doing 2 to 3 squats a day and your ass is still flat. Do you think that's enough? Do you not see that you're the problem? What you need is discipline. You need discipline and you're so impatient. Do you think Rome was built in one day? Because I know it was not. Rome was not built in one day. So your ass is not going to be built in one day either. It's not going to be built in 2 weeks. You cannot do 2 to 3 squats a day and expect your ass to be big. No. Sis, no. And that goes for your stomach as well. Your stomach is not going to be flat because you've been doing 2 planks a day. Your stomach is not going to be flat because you've probably been doing 2 planks a day. That's not how it goes. What you need is discipline. And now you're depressed because you're not seeing any results. But do you have discipline though? You need to go hard. You need to go hard in the gym. You need to work hard. You need to suffer. And if you're not suffering, you're not gonna get there. And if you stop as soon as you start to suffer, sis, this is not for you. You need to cancel that gym membership. Get out of the gym. Get out. If the moment your body starts hurting from going to the gym, you decide you need to stop, working out is not for you, honey. All of that is mental. It happens here. You're not determined. So if you feel like it's too hard for you to work out, then go ahead, leave the gym. Go ahead and leave that gym because that's not for you. Go on, think about it. Think about your life. Think about your weight. Think about that ass that you want to have. And ask yourself this. How bad do you want that ass? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want a fat ass? And if you want it that bad, I promise you, you're gonna find the motivation to go back to that gym and work out and stop making up excuses. Oh, you think men don't respect you? You think all men are disrespectful for you, and you feel like you're a failure, and you feel like you're not deserving of love because all of these men are just assholes? You're probably right. you are probably right. You are right. Whether you think the men are assholes, you are right. Whether you think you're not deserving of them, you are right. You're right both ways. I'm not gonna say you deserve this, no. That's not for me to tell you that you deserve this, this, and that, because if you don't believe that you deserve better in life, I could be sitting here talking for hours and you would be listening, but you wouldn't be understanding. You wouldn't be convinced that you deserve better. But you know what? Let's take a look at the men that you're talking about. You're talking about Michael, who's selling drugs. That's what you're talking about? You're talking about Michael, who lives with his mom. He's 30, he's living with his mom and selling drugs. You're talking about Paul, who's never been to school ever in his life. He doesn't have a job. That's who you're talking about? That's who you've been dating? You're talking about that ex of yours that you used to live with, and you were the one paying all the bills. You were the one paying rent. And all he knew to do was cheat on you. That's who you're talking about? Those are the people that got you insecure? Girl, look at them. You deserve better. You truly deserve better. And this goes to men as well. This applies to men as well. Look at the type of girls that you're entertaining. Are they even worth it? Are they worth it? And it's funny to me how you guys date these type of people and you're so shook when those people are toxic to you. If you're dating a miserable person, they're going to make you miserable. They're going to make you insecure. They're going to belittle you because they can see that you are better than them, that you are a better person than they are. But you know, very often, and this is a problem, like for us girls, like some of us think we are superwomen, superheroes, and we feel like, oh, this guy is broken, this guy has issues, this guy has his own demons that he's fighting, and you know what? I'm gonna be his peace. I'm going to fight his battles with him. I'm going to be by his side, and I'm going to take him and then be his assistant, be his mom, be the person that he's never had in his life. Give him all my love, support him 200%. But honey, that's not your job. That's not for you. No. Because that person, if they're still fighting their demons, trust me, they're going to do a transfer. That's going to be transferred onto you. That's already a toxic relationship in a making. That's already toxic. To me, I feel like people should be the best version of themselves before getting into a relationship. Don't come here with all that baggage. If you want to take people with their demons and their baggages and everything they got, all their problems, that's up to you. But do not be complaining though. When stuff goes wrong, don't be complaining. Because the people you've been dating, you've been choosing those people. You've been choosing to go date those people. And now you don't even have self-confidence. Now that you've been in so many toxic relationships, and the problem is, once you get out of a toxic relationship, you jump into another one. Let's talk about that. You're jumping into a new relationship, a new toxic relationship, without taking the time to rebuild yourself and know your worth. I promise you, the best thing you can do for yourself is be alone. Because a lot of us are so scared of being alone. So many people are so scared of being alone, but you know what? Being alone is so amazing. It is so amazing. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. When I'm alone, I'm like, it's the best time for you to build, to know what you want, to know exactly what you want, to know exactly what you're going to expect from men or women and what you're not gonna expect. to know what you're going to accept from them and what you won't be tolerating. Because there's certain things you gotta have boundaries as well. You need boundaries. If you don't got boundaries, don't get into any type of relationships. No friendships, no relationships, no love, no. You're not going to be into a relationship with a man or a woman if you don't have any boundaries. It's a no. Stay single. And that applies as well to, to the corporate world. Some people are so much of, like, they like to be people pleasers. So much. You are working overtime. Whenever your boss gives you extra tasks, you say yes. You don't know how to say no. You always say yes. So they know they can rely on you. And you feel important because your boss feels like they can rely on you. But you don't even have a work-life balance. You don't have that work-life balance because you're always saying yes to doing everything. So nobody respects you. Nobody respects you at your job. People don't have a reason to respect you. So you gotta say no. You gotta learn how to say no. And just because you're saying no doesn't mean you're a bad person. Because some people don't sleep at night because they say no to somebody. I used to be a people pleaser. I would say yes to everything, and I would feel so bad when I had to say no, and I had to find excuses so that people understand why I'm saying no. But honey, at the end of the day, I just noticed that people were relying on me too much, and I was being taken advantage of because I didn't know how to say no. That's a problem. You need to be a little bit selfish, because you know what? If you're not selfish, if you don't think about yourself first, nobody else in this world is gonna think about you first. Everybody thinks about themselves first, except for you. Do you have a friend that always calls you crying when things are bad? But when they're doing amazing, you don't see them. The only time you see them is when they're doing bad. The only time you see them is when they're doing bad. But when they're doing amazing, you don't see them. They don't call you. They don't got your time. They got other friends that they're going to have fun with, go out with, and live their best life with. But when shit goes bad, they know how to call you. Are you a therapist? And you always say yes when they call you. Even though you got your own issues, you put those issues aside. You listen to whatever problems they're going through, whatever difficulties they have. Are you the one who's always giving out money? Giving your money to your family, to your friends, and all that, and at the end of the day, your bills are not paid. Your bills aren't paid. And when you need money, nobody is there to lend you money. When you need money, when you need support, it's crickets. It's like, we don't know you. But you are always the first to help people. Now let me know. How do you expect people to respect you when you don't have any boundaries? You don't have boundaries. They're not gonna respect you. They're gonna keep taking advantage of you. And the only person who has the power to stop it is you. You need to get up and be like, this stops today. It all stops now, right now. Because you are the only one who has the power to put an end to it. If you don't do it, they're not gonna put an end to it. They're gonna keep taking advantage of you. And you're gonna be the one to blame because you are not looking out for yourself. You need to look out for yourself. And that's the same for your personal finance as well. You're always complaining that you don't have any money. You're the person who never has money because, like I said, you spend your money to your friends. You give your money to your friends. You give your money to your family members. You think about other people before thinking about yourself. And your personal finances are whack. They are non-existent. It's like you have no money management skills. I understand you don't have no money management skills, but honey, I'm going to need you to start thinking about yourself, to start saving, to start thinking about your project, your future. Maybe you already think about it, but you feel like you cannot get there because you got so much responsibility. You got so many responsibilities. But do you? Do you? Because some of the responsibilities we have, I'm not saying that we don't have no responsibilities. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes we put responsibilities onto ourselves. So the thing you need to ask yourself is, do I really need to give these people my money? Do I really need to spend my money on this and that? Is it necessary? Is it? If somebody is struggling, why, like, I understand if you lend some people money every now and then, but it doesn't have to be 24/7. Not all the time, sis, because you got a project, you got a future to build for yourself. And if you keep buying, now you buy your niece this, you buy your nephew this, you gave your sister this, you gave your brother this, you gave your friends this and that. Honey, no, like, you need to keep, at some point, you need to keep that money for yourself. There's no issue, there's no problem in giving gifts every now and then. Now, luckily, you probably have a job, and you probably have a decent job, but you still cannot manage your money, and you're always asking for a raise. But let me tell you something, that raise is not going to change nothing for your problems. It's not going to change nothing, because guess what? As soon as you get that raise, you're gonna have more responsibilities, and you're gonna need to spend a whole lot of money, even more money. So that raise is not going to change something. If you cannot manage $1, you're not going to be able to manage $1 million, because you don't have the discipline. So the raise is not what you need. What you need right now is knowing how to manage what you already have. Stop thinking about what you don't have. I'm not saying don't be ambitious. Don't want better for you. That actually, I'm telling you to be ambitious. I'm telling you to look out for yourself and will always want better things for yourself. But can you look at the present? What do you have right now? Like, right now, what do you have? And how can you work with what you already have to be better? I'm gonna tell you a story. A short little story time, right? So I know this friend of a friend. She's a friend of a friend, and she did a BBL. Long story short, she did a BBL, and she was disappointed from her BBL. Now, mind you, this was a big girl, but like a few years ago, she was like obese, and she did a sleeve. That's the thing. Like, anyways, she did a sleeve, and she lost weight. She lost weight. She lost so much weight. And after losing weight, she actually now wanted to have, curves. She wanted to have that, Instagram body. Now, okay, she saved up. She had a job. She had one job, and she got kids as well. So mind you, this girl got kids, right? She got kids, and she had a job, and she also had a side hustle that was paying her decent money. And so what she was doing, because she didn't want to go abroad to have her, her BBL, because she was scared of the consequences. So she did it in France, right? So in France, it's much more expensive. It was like maybe 7K, around 7K, something like that. And what happened was she did save up. She saved up so much money for this BBL, and she sacrificed a lot. She was working overtime. Like, she had her job. She was working overtime to gain more money, and she had a side hustle. Mind you, she had kids. She still got kids. She got kids. So she sacrificed a lot of things to be able to afford this surgery. And she did it for months, even for years. Now, when the time came for her to do the BBL, she did do the BBL, but she was not satisfied with the results. Because originally, she didn't want something, too much. She didn't want something that was too much, like it would be too obvious that she did surgery. But the result was not giving. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. I mean, her waist was like non-existent, but the rest, it was nah. The result was not it, and she was so disappointed. She was so disappointed. She would send me pictures, and I would look at it, and I would be like, "Girl, it looks decent." But at that time, to me, I thought it looked decent. But when you just got surgery, it's like it's bigger. You look bigger. But once the surgery is done, and a few weeks and a few months later, you get slimmer. So she got slimmer. Basically, the ass was flat, and she was mad. And I was like, honey, honey, honey. So she was blaming the doctor. Obviously, she was blaming the doctor. She had so many regrets. She was like, she was depressed, basically depressed, because she was like, I spent this much money. I've sacrificed a lot for this surgery, and look at what I look like. Mind you, she looked good. She did look good, but she didn't have that Instagram body that she wanted. And the thing is, I was like, sis, look at you. This is your fault. I don't know about other countries, but in France, when you're obese and you want to lose weight and you want to get fit, we got good doctors, good nutritionists, we got good coaches, personal trainers. All of that is good. Like, if you want to get healthy, if you want to be fit, like, you're gonna get the help that you need. So my opinion is, she could have done something more difficult. She could have chose the difficult way and had better result. But to me, she chose the easy way. She chose the surgery way. And mind you, I have nothing against plastic surgery. If you want to do surgery, do what you gotta do. You're an adult. I'm not here to tell you what you should and what you shouldn't do with your body. So do whatever you want to do with your body. But what I do not like is people who are crying because of the mistakes they made, the decisions that they made. If you chose the easy way, don't come here crying when you knew for a fact that we got nutritionists, we got good doctors and good trainers, but that was too difficult for you. You chose that was too difficult, and that would have been better. Nutritionists teach you how to eat better. What type of food should you be eating, and what type of food should you reduce? Like, it's a long-term thing. When you see a nutritionist, it's a long-term thing. It's knowledge that you're getting for you and your family. So she had the option of seeing a nutritionist and losing weight, and getting, the problem was, since she lost so much weight, her skin was not tight. And the only thing that helps your skin to be tighter and lose that cellulite and everything is working out. If she had paid a personal trainer, it would have been cheaper than going to a doctor. It would have been harder physically, because when you're not using to working out, it is so hard. It is so difficult. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy, because even I struggle with working out, but I still have to. I have to. But I cannot sit here and tell you that it's easy. It is hard. But if you are lucky to have a personal trainer that's always motivating you, you're gonna get there. Your skin is gonna get tight, you're gonna lose that cellulite, and you're gonna look fit, girl. You're gonna be sexy as hell without paying for too much. That would have been less expensive than that BBL, that failed BBL. But she chose the easy way, and she threw money away. She chose that easy way because working out was too hard. It was too complicated, and she wanted immediate results. So yeah, that's it. So who is to blame? Who is to blame? Should we blame the surgeon? Should we blame the plastic surgeon? Should we? Like, should we? Maybe we should, because he didn't over exaggerate. But the problem is, how could have he over exaggerated her body? Because what she did was just a BBL. You know, it's just, they remove like fat somewhere and they put some fat somewhere else. And the problem with that is that when you're losing weight, the fat goes away. So the girl was still losing weight and the fat was going away. That BBL didn't look like nothing. People who did BBLs know this. You guys know this. If you ever did a BBL or do your research on it, you need to work out. You need to put in the work. But if you're not willing to, don't come here crying, talking about you're disappointed. Because what did you expect? Because whenever you take the easy route, the results are never satisfactory. And this applies to everything in life. When you have two options, there's the hard way and there's the easy way. Whenever you choose the easy way, it's a problem. Whenever you choose the easy way, the results are not it. The results are not giving what they were supposed to give, because it was too easy. But when you choose the hard way, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be hard, but the results have understood the assignment. The results are going to give what they're supposed to give. So think about this whenever you have to make a decision, and stop acting like a coward, choosing everything that's easy in life. Stop it. You need to have courage. You need to be courageous. That's it for today's video. I hope what I just said to you will make you think and reflect on yourself. And like I said, let's go into 2023 with new goals. We need to change. We cannot keep this behavior. We cannot keep doing the same things, making the same mistakes, and then blaming everybody else. I hope you still have that mirror in front of you and you are looking at yourself. So keep thinking about these things. Do something about your life. Do something about it. Think about it. Make an action plan and do something about it. Get up and do something. My name is Solange, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.